Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Today I'm gonna present you the topic iterative model. So firstly we will discuss the background or history of this model. Back in 1950s, the introduction of Kanban method opened possibilities for the iterative software developing life cycle model. The method was based on lean production, which focuses on efficiency, swift delivery, and iterative improvement. It could easily be upgraded to iterative methodology as well as applied to other software development lifecycle methodologies. In 2004, Microsoft adopted iterative strategy in software developing, followed by the other developers in most recent years with the introduction to agile and lean methodology in software developing. The focus has shifted to the approaches based on the iterative model to reduce life cycles and ensures efficient product development processes. Basically, the iterative model is a particular implementation of a software developing life cycle that focuses on initial simplified implementation, which then progressively gain more complexity and a broader feature set until the final system is complete. A software that will be developed in production can be developed by adopting a process or model, and these can be of different types. The iterative methodology is one such model in software developing, and this has gained popularity. Next we have what is iterative methodology. Iterative methodology is one of the popular models which can be adopted in software development life cycles SDLC. This model particularly focuses on small chunks of development and enhancing or evolving them to final software. So basically it gains with simpler implementations of smaller sets of requirements from the software objective and iteratively evolve the versions until the complete system is implemented and get deployed. Next we have uses of iterative model. Iterative model at each and every iteration decision will be taken to further go ahead with next iteration or reject existing iteration to implement in more better way. This in technical terms is referred as increment prototyping. The software development life cycle needs requirements, plannings, analysis, design, evaluation, testing and deployment. Here is a representation of iterative model. Importance of iterative model. The iterative model has found its importance in many cases, and depending on software requirements, we can decide on the model to use and whether the iterative model is operative or not. So it is better to use this model when we clearly understand the requirements or specifications of the software. Next we will discuss advantages. The iterative methodology have many pros when considered along with its competitors. That pro means advantages of these iterative methodologies. Since multiple testing and reviews are carried at each stage, and we are making sure that our development software specifications are defects free and is highly reliable. Also, testing and debugging the smaller iteration makes the test easy and effectively compare testing complete requirements at on-go. With iterative methodology, a parallel development can also be planned with will save time. So the changes requested can be easily implemented at each stage. Doing this, the once the entire software is developed will be difficult. Next we have process for iterative development. The iterative development process is a cyclical process. Unlike the waterfall model, it does not follow a rigid process. So once you are done with your initial planning, then which does not necessarily have to be very well defined, the rest of the steps for each iteration are carried out again and again with extensive testing in between until you reach the overall development. So here is a graphical representation of this planning, requirements, analysis, design, implementation, testing and development. Planning and analysis. The first step of the iterative life cycle is the planning. So where the developers and the clients sit together to identify software requirements, business stakeholder requirements. At this stage, it is not necessary to identify risk associated with the project or worry about quality assurance requirements, because this step will repeat it again for your next iteration, which will make sure that the risks are overcome and quality is ensured. So once all the requirements are identified, analysis is done on the streamline and the development process, such as identifying database models. Design. Suppose you want to develop a gaming application, and that too in the least possible time. You have to incorporate 3 requirements for now. The first one is menu page, the game and the scoreboard. Once you are done with your initial planning for each requirement, where you will identify overall project requirements, your target audience, content of game, clients requirements, etc., you will start with your first iteration, which will focus on the basic template of the menu page and game and scoreboard. So it's an example. Next is implementation. Now when you're done with all the previous 3 steps, your next step is to start writing the code for your first version of the software. So you will follow the coding guidelines and use various bags such as compilers, interpreters, debuggers, etc. to write your code. At this step, you will build the technical architecture as well as the database and programs of your first iteration module. For example, you can see in this picture. Next we have testing. Once your code is written for your initial iteration module, it is the time to test it for potential bugs or issues that might have been overlooked during the implementation step. So you will perform until testing, that is testing individual. Iteration testing, that is verifying units of code functioning properly when integrated, and will run a user acceptance test that is determined whether the system satisfies the user requirements for that iteration. Here is an example. Next we will discuss disadvantages of an iteration or iterative software development model. No fixed budgets or deadline with an iterative approach, especially in the case of a complex project. Deadlines and a budget depend on the functional features and may change throughout the development process. So strong customer involvement in the process. Customers have to actively join the work on the project and discuss and approve modifications to the project. Some customers may feel uncomfortable about it, and the habitual waterfall development model will probably work better for them. So possible problems with the architecture: with no strict requirements and well-developed global plan, the software project architecture may suffer, and to bring it back to the reasonable condition, you may need additional resources. One way or another, you will have to make certain compromises to be able to change the requirements during the product development process. So it was all about today's lecture, that we have discussed the iterative model. Now I want you guys to write a summary in the comments below that what you have learned from this lecture. I will meet you in the next lecture with a new topic. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.